Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q2 and H1 FY23 Meghmani Organics Limited earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Ankit Patel, CEO of Meghmani Organics. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ranju. Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to Meghmani Organics Limited Q2 and half-yearly FY23 earnings call. I hope you and your family members are keeping all healthy, safe, and sound. Commenting on the Q2 FY23 financial performance, Meghmani Organics revenue grew by 20% year-on-year to 655 crore rupees, successfully navigating global macroeconomic challenges. The company's gross profit grew by 10% to 257 crore during Q2. Meghmani Organics EBITDA grew by 9% to 85 crores during this quarter. The company's profit after tax grew by 13% YOY to 73 crore rupees in the Q2. Meghmani Organics Limited's profit after tax stood at 11.2% during this quarter. Highlighting our H1 FY23 financial performance, the company's revenue surged by 38% year-on-year to 1438 crore. Meghmani Organics gross profit increased by 33% to 601 crore in the first half of FY23. The company's EBITDA grew by 33% to 219 crore during the first half, and the profit after tax grew by 41% to 187 crore during the first half. The company's resilient performance amidst an uncertain global macro environment demonstrates the management's acumen towards risk management and financial prudence. On the balance sheet front, the company's cash and cash equivalents stood at 59 crore as on 30th September 2022, and the debt-to-equity ratio stood at 0.39, and the return ratios like ROCE and ROE stand at 18% and 24.7% respectively. As mentioned earlier in our previous calls, the company's capex plan are progressing as planned. The commercial production of the agrochemicals new multi-purpose plant is likely to commence from third quarter FY23. We are planning to commission the plant in the month of November after Diwali. On the pigment side, the phase 1 commercial production of the titanium dioxide plant with the 16,500 tons capacity is expected to be commenced in the third quarter as well of this financial year. We hope to commission the plant in somewhere in the month of December. The notification for the same will be uploaded on the exchanges as we start the commercial production. We intend to double the titanium dioxide capacity to 33,000 tons by third quarter FY24. We are confident about the long-term goals for both the business verticals, and our competent human capital is swiftly moving towards to materialize the company's long-term goals. The company continues to delight its esteemed client with a diversified product portfolio and quality products. Meghmani Organics has a notable financial track record. During the last 5 financial years, starting from FY18 to FY22, the company's revenue, EBITDA and PAT have registered a CAGR of 19%, 22% and 41% respectively, outperforming the industry's growth rate. The government's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative is pushing the Indian chemical industry towards import substitution and strengthening its R&D capabilities. Additionally, the growing China Plus One strategy amongst global nations has put the Indian chemical industry in a sweet spot. Meghmani Organics is well placed to benefit from favorable government policies as well as with the kind of the infrastructure what the company has created. The company continues to generate free cash flow, which not only would augment the working capital to some extent, but also would contribute to the internal accrual for funding for the ongoing capex. It will further strengthen our balance sheet. The management is confident to sustain the company's historical growth rate for the coming years and create a long-term value for its esteemed stakeholders. With this, we would be happy to address the question of the investor and analyst fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on the touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question comes from the line of Rahul Veera from Abacus. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hi, Ankit bhai. Hope all well on your end.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Just wanted to understand, in the specifically agrochemical segment, is the prices of 2,4-D and bifenthrin stabilizing now, or is it still in a downfall?
Your voice is not clear, Rahul bhai. Can you repeat your question?
Sure. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just wanted to understand, in the agrochemical segment, are the prices of 2,4-D and bifenthrin now stabilizing, or are they still in a downward spiral?
Yes, Rahul bhai, the prices have corrected as of now, and we feel now it has become stable relatively. It is not going down further. At the same time, the raw material prices have also gone down, so that is not creating any pressure on the margins as of now.
Okay. And how is the inventory level in the system, and how are the demand shaping up, in specifically from the European exposure perspective?
Yes. So inventory is the only thing, because what happens, there is always a pipeline inventory of the raw material as well as the finished goods. So that is getting cleared slowly. So it will be matter of probably 2 months or so where we'll be able to clear the old inventory, and then new low price raw material and the new selling price will be stabilized after that. As far as the demand is concerned, the demand is little bit sluggish as of now because of lot of negativity globally as far as the recession is concerned. But one positive thing about the agrochemical division is we are in the business of crop protecting chemicals, which are agrochemicals. And when the whole world is talking about the food security, so the demand for the crop protection chemicals will remain stable. There will be good demand in the coming days. So it is maybe this situation will be there for maybe 1 or 2 quarters, but in a long run, it will always be positive.
Okay, fair point. Just one question for Chahal sir. Wanted to understand the gap between Concall and standalone. I believe Concall largely has a cost of Kilburn. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It contains a depreciation of the existing plant in Kilburn. So that is the only component.
Okay. Perfect, sir. This is helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Ayush Agarwal from Mithil Analytics. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, Ayush bhai.
Sir, last time in last quarter you had mentioned that we had taken a shutdown in our 2,4-D capacity for maintenance purposes. Have we resumed production there?
Yes, it has very much commenced. The production has started and it is running as per the normal capacity now.
Perfect. So, in this quarter then, what would be the revenues from non-2,4-D chemicals in our agrochemical segment? As a percentage, if you can mention.
For the second quarter?
Yeah, for the second quarter.
So it was never like 240 was not completely shut down for all the 3 months. It was running, so there was only partly shut down. So we have not segregated the separate revenue apart from the 240.
Okay, understood. Second question is on our new product. So there was a news article that came out that, we have come out with 2 new products, cyflothrin and spiromethicin, with capacity of 500 metric ton per annum for both these products. So if you can help us understand, the market size of these products, where will we sell? Will we sell in export markets? Do we have registrations? What competition do we have in these products?
Sure. So I'll just brief you about the first cyflothrin. There are 2 products. One is a cyflothrin and the second is a beta-cyflothrin. Both are connected each other. The key intermediate for these 2 products, we are already making it, so we are backward integrated. That is first thing. Second thing is this product is only being manufactured by one company, which is Bayer Crop Science. That's the only company which is making this product in India. And so that is why we are backward integrated and we have targeted this product. From the registration point of view, we are already doing the registration in various markets, in the North America, Latin America, some of the other markets as well. And with the new product, these are relatively high value products. It will help to grow further. So that is about cyflothrin. Second product is spiromethicin. So that is also a new product in our basket, which we have started the production. And it is not being manufactured by a company on a regular basis in a big way. I would say only 1 or 2 companies would be making it on a campaign basis. So this product is also, we are registering into various markets like North America, Latin America, Asian markets. India also is a big market for this product. It's not a big market, I would say it's a niche market for this product. So, and again, a relatively very high value product. So it will help to grow in a better way in the coming days.
This is great. So if you can help us with the realization for these products individually, like in the broad range, not specifically like any number, but in the broad range, you mentioned these are high value products. So $30-40 products?
Even higher than that. You can say $30 plus, both the products.
Understood. And on the update, so last time you had mentioned, so I mean, given that we are very close to commercializing our capex now, can you spell out more details on, the kind of products we will have in the first phase of our new capex, and anything on those lines?
Definitely. So as I mentioned, we are going to commence our plant in the third quarter after Diwali. So we plan to commission the plant somewhere in the month of November. And so slowly, gradually, we have started announcing the products in the market, not just from the investors' point of view, but also from the customers and the global market point of view, so that people come to know that we have come up with this kind of product. So we are going to announce gradually about all the products. From the investor point of view, as I mentioned, we are in this plant, it will be cyflothrin, beta-cyflothrin, spiromethicin. These 3 products are going to be there. At the same time, we are going to expand the capacity for the lambda-cyhalothrin, which is a key insecticide, key parasite insecticide, will be one of the largest player in India. And we have got registration in various markets like North America, Brazil, and some of the other markets. So it will generate very good revenue in the coming days' time.
Perfect. Just one final question from my end is that, we have been following a lot of agrochemical companies, and there is an overall sense of bullishness in the market for the long term, given China Plus One and other growing demand. But what we also see is that, a lot of companies in the pyrethroid range, even in other range, are expanding capacities by a lot. I mean, some are expanding by 2x, some are expanding even further, and we are also expanding a lot. And we see other companies also, smaller companies, announcing very large expansions. So how do you navigate in these times where, one side demand is also growing, but supply is also growing at a much faster rate?
Yes, I would say there are some small companies entering into this segment, as well as some of the existing companies are also expanding into pyrethroid. But pyrethroid is a very vast range of products. So the companies are coming into the old range of pyrethroids, or rather they are expanding capacity in the same product. As a Meghmani, we are not expanding the capacity of cypermethrin, permethrin, alpha cypermethrin. These are old products. So we are not doing any expansion in old range of pyrethroid. We are coming with the new range of products.
With relatively lesser competition, is that safe to assume?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Coming into new products with relatively lesser competition in these products currently.
That's correct. So if I talk about the cyfluthrin and beta cyfluthrin, these are also pyrethroid. And as I mentioned, it is only being manufactured by Biocrop Science in India.
Biocorp?
Biocrop, Bayer Crop Science, multinational.
Oh, Bayer. Okay, understood. Okay, perfect. Thank you for answering my question, and a very happy Diwali to you and your team.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from the line of Pushkar Jain from Sequent Investor. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, thanks for the opportunity. This is just a clarification question that there were certain media articles stating that there was steep correction in TiO2 prices. So is it the grade that we are planning to manufacture, or how is the situation on the ground level?
Pushkarji, there are two things. What has happened that yes, the price has corrected because it was very, very high price, but at the same time the input cost has also gone down. So both the things are going hand in hand. At the same time, what positive thing we are listening, which it is little early to mention, but because there were few plants in the European continent, and because of very high input utility costs like natural gas and everything, European companies are not running at full capacity, or they may shut down for a few days. So that will again spur the demand for the titanium dioxide. So that is a positive thing, and we are targeting typically Indian market. And as we know, the Indian market is growing in double digit for the paint segment and similarly for the titanium dioxide. So under import substitute and Atmanirbhar Bharat, it's going to be a good opportunity for us.
Okay. So basically the input cost is also, as in I understand there will be demand supply pressures, but the input prices also have corrected in a similar range.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Bhavya Gandhi from Dalal and Broacha. Please go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, Bhavyaji.
Yeah. So I just wanted to understand what is the market potential or size of all these three molecules that you mentioned, and given that we're taking registrations in LATAM, NORTAM, and what kind of opportunity do we have in terms of revenue for these molecules?
Yes, so the new products are having good opportunity into not only into Indian market but also into Latin American market like Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and US, and some of the Asian markets as well. So we have been doing the registration of this product. In fact, we started registration well in advance. So by the time our plant start, we have few registration on hand. So in coming days time when we'll start the plant, it will help us to sell the product as fast as possible in this market. So that is one thing. And these are niche products, so market may not be very, very big, but these are the products where the market size is growing. So it will help us.
Roughly, if you could just quantify market size of these three molecules, cyclothrin, spiromethrin, and beta cyclothrin.
see, these products are never individually defined as a market size product. It is always this announced in the market as a group of pyrethroid range products, something like that. So it is difficult to get the information from the market from one particular product point of view.
Okay, fair enough. And if we bunch it up, maybe the group, what is the market size that we are looking out for? Maybe pyrethroid as a whole group.
So we want to be the good player into pyrethroid range with all the products. That is what our strategy is. So as of now, also we are one of the leading player among top 3, you can say, and we'll maintain our strength and rather will be growing in that segment.
Globally, total pyrethroid market would be around 26,000 odd crores.
I'm sorry?
If we consider the entire pyrethroid market globally, would it be in the range of 26,000 odd crores?
Yes. Yes, you can say that.
Okay, and we are present across almost maybe 80% of those molecules.
Yes. Now with the new products coming in, yes, we'll be catering majority of them.
Okay, fair enough. I'll get back on it. Thanks.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from the line of A.M. Lodha from Sanmati Consultants. Please go ahead.
Hello. Ankit bhai, thank you for the opportunity. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I am fine. Ankit bhai, I have 3-4 questions. 2 questions relating to Mr. GHL. First, regarding accounts. Can Mr. Chal you tell me what is the other income components, breakup of the other income? What is the 25 crore other income?
Sir, other income during the quarter major is the foreign currency gain because rupee has depreciated. So that has contributed around 21 crore. And another is the dividend income, which we are accruing 4 crore per quarter.
Then another question is why your interest income is positive? In spite of the loans have increased from the 500 crore to 700 crore plus, your interest income in the quarter is not debit, it's showing it 2 crore 80 lakh credit.
Yeah, it is credit actually for both the quarters because we have got 6 crore of foreign currency gain. So we had borrowing in euro, which is old at the rate of 89 at that time. So now it has gone below 80. So that is a gain which is coming in foreign currency MTM loan.
So when we took a disbursement at that time, it was 89 rupee, and now we are repaying in the range of 80-81.
So therefore, the interest income has become the positive instead of negative.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, sir. Then the next 2 questions related to Ankit bhai only. Ankit bhai, the margins have in the both division has coming down. Segment, which usually margins are 12 to 13%, has come down to sub 9% something margin. In agrochemical also, I noted that the margins in this quarter has been fallen from the previous quarter. Can you clarify when we can regain the old margins?
Correct. Sir, as I mentioned, there were certain correction in the sales price and the prices for some of our products were coming down. At the same time, the raw material prices were also coming down. Now, this is a matter of, 1 quarter or few months where the channel inventory of the raw material finished goods getting clearance. So we hope that in coming quarters, margins in the agrochemical division should improve. At the same time, for the pigment division also, though global recession is playing important role for particularly in the case of pigment division, so it's going to be challenging, but we are taking all the actions where we can cut down the cost and maintain or improve our margin into pigment division as well.
Okay. From consolidated accounts, I observed that the capital work in progress is to 429 or 425 crore plus something. How much capex we are yet to incur on the both projects, agrochemical and pigment, for the rest of the year, that up to the 31st March 2023?
So for the agrochemical division, the capex will be completed in this financial year, the first phase of capex. And so when we announce the project, when we announce the commencement of the first phase, we plan to announce one more capex. So I think in the next 1 quarter, we'll be announcing further capex in the agrochemical division at the time of commissioning of this project. At the same time, for the titanium dioxide, by the March, I think we will be able to, for the first phase, the capex will be over. So 275 crore worth of capex will be over in the by the March.
Okay. Just I wanted to know on over and above the 429 crore, 25 crore on consolidated basis, which is showing as a work in progress. How much amount is to be spent by 31st March 23?
Sir, in this case,
in both division.
In pigments, we expect another 100 crore will be spending, addition in KCL, and another around 50 crore will be MOL. We will be spending by March in agro division.
In overall, in the both division, you mean to say that you will be adding 150 crore in the block?
Yes.
In addition to 425 crore.
Yes, on the
that comes to 525 crore capex.
Yes.
Up to 31st March 23.
Yes. And first we will get capitalized, sir. Actually, KCL in December and even MOL 5 or multiple.
Entire thing will be capitalized. Further announcement is a different thing, but whatever the capex is ongoing capex will be capitalized in the current financial year.
Yes, sir. Yes.
The last question again is this borrowing. Borrowing is how much total borrowing, short-term and long-term borrowing the company do you have on this ATM debt?
Sir, as on September, we have around 385 crore of long-term debt and 240 crore is a short-term, and while we have 60 crore cash in hand as on 31st March. 30th September.
It means you are having a debt of approximately, on consolidated basis, I was looking if the total is coming to 700 crore something. 670, 80 crore.
Consolidated level, we have 600 crore.
My point of view to Ankit Bhai is this. Ankit Bhai, we have got CCP, they have repaid 12 crore, which I have observed from the Meghmani Fine Chemicals Concall as well as the presentation.
That's correct.
Including your balance sheet also showing this 199 crore outstanding against the 211 crore.
That's correct.
So my point is that at one time we are borrowing the money from our projects, and the second, and in the other side, we are keeping our this CCP pending for redemption for a longer period duration. The 12 crore is a peanut amount. It is nothing. It is just at least when the company Meghmani is earning 250 crore a quarter, half yearly, these are approximately 500 crore they are cash generating. So they should be paid. The money should be recalled by 100 crore per year, and 200 crore should be finished in next 2 years, and it should be deployed in our business only. That is my point of view. I request the CEO and all other companies to consider it to recall the money as early as possible.
Sure, Lodha sir, I think you have mentioned this in our last quarter earnings call as well.
Yes.
Based on that, we had an internal discussion and we got the approval from the board as well. And as you rightly mentioned, out of 211 crore of RPS, 12 crore has been paid from MFL, Meghmani Fine Chem, to Meghmani Organics Limited. So it has reduced now to 199 crore. And so there is a plan earlier, as you know, there was a plan of 20 years, but it has reduced to 5 years now. So within 5 years, everything will be cleared. So though it has kept 5 years, so we'll try to do it in advance. But from 20 years, it has been reduced to 5 years now.
What I have observed, the capex of the Meghmani Fine Capital is almost over. They have got next capex, which is last there up to till 2024, which is the project which is in hand. Otherwise, remaining capex is over for the Meghmani Fine Chemical. So there is no point in keeping my money in Meghmani Fine Chemical, and your board should reconsider it and make a yearly payment to the Meghmani Organics, enable us to deploy either reduce the terms loan by Meghmani Organics or deploy in the next phase of the this titanium dioxide doubling of the capacity. That money should be deployed there instead of keeping the 8%. This is our request, and this is our wish to the management. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lodha sir, and we understand your viewpoint, and based on your discussion, we have already started taking the action and will be working upon.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Rishikesh Kale, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yes. So it's about the upcoming recession. Typically in macro, it is predicted that next year would hit the hardest in terms of recessionary pressures in the Europe and USA. So how would this impact our company?
Yes, Rishikesh, as you know, we have got two divisions. One is the agrochemical division, other is the pigment division. So as I mentioned, in the case of agrochemical division, it is directly linked to the agriculture. And the whole world today is focusing on the food security. And for the food security point of view, every country needs to have the better yield of the crop. And for that, the consumption pattern for the agrochemical will not be impacted, no matter whether there is a recession or not. There may be impact of weather, which is not in our hand, but as far as the recession is concerned, for the agrochemical business, there will not be much impact. Regarding the pigment business, yes, there is an impact on the pigments business as far as the consumption is concerned from the recession point of view. But the other application, if we talk of the printing ink segment, is not growing much. But the packaging ink segment, where also there is a good demand, it is growing significantly. At the same time, in the plastic master bag, demand is improving for the pigment. So overall, as a pigment market, there may be for a few quarters, 1 or 2 quarters, demand may be sluggish. But in a long run, we are very positive. At the same time, from the growth point of view in the pigment division, our titanium dioxide plant will start in the month of December, which is mainly from the domestic market point of view, and the application is into the paints, which is growing into double digit. The companies like JSW and Grasim is also entering into the paint business. So you can understand the kind of the demand and the growth in the Indian market. So titanium dioxide division, which is a part of the pigment division, will drive very good growth in the coming days' time for the pigment business.
Okay. So just a follow-up question. So for the remainder of the year, or would this be a bit hard with the recession low?
Rishikesh, there was a disruption in between. So can you repeat your question?
Yeah. So I was just asking, could we have a shot of achieving 3,000 crore turnover this year?
So we have already given the guideline to the investors, the kind of the growth, and for this year we have predicted to the tune of about 2,800 crore plus.
Okay.
We'll try to achieve it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from the line of Kashish Gandotra, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi sir, congratulations on a good set of numbers. I had just one question. So last time in the Concall you had recommended that we are working on certain project, and this time around will be coming up with the revised guidance for this year and for next couple of years as well. So whether that thing was being considered?
Kashishji, I'm sorry, we are not able to get your voice properly. Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, so just a thing. So what I was saying is in the last con call, if you remember, we had discussed that this con call we will be coming up with the revised set of guidance for this year and also for the next 3 years. So whether we were able to come on to any kind of conclusion?
Yeah. So I think Kashish, we have already announced that for the FY25 will be reaching 4,500 crore top line that we have already announced in the investors forum with the clear guideline, the kind of the growth what we are assuming.
Okay, fine. So 500 crore top line which we are saying, and the margins would be again in the similar kind of margins which we currently have.
Yeah. So there may be a slight improvement in the margins as well in the coming, as we are coming up with the new projects of titanium dioxide and the new products in the agrochemical division. So overall margins are also going to be good.
Got it. Just one last small question on this titanium dioxide, which is expected to come commercialization by Q3. So approximately how much time will it take to reach 60-70% of capacity utilization level?
Yeah. So we plan to commission the first phase of 16,500 ton in the month of December. So there's a new product in our basket as well. So there will be few challenges to stabilize the plant, as well as our customer, which are going to be mainly into the paint segment. They will also be taking some trials for approval of our titanium dioxide. So normally this process it will take to achieve 50 to 60%. I think it will take 2 to 3 quarters.
Sorry, it will take 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 quarters to reach at 50 to 60%.
Okay. Sure, makes sense. Okay, that's it from my side. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from the line of Hemant from Navik Delta. Please go ahead.
Hi, Namaskar, Ankitji and your team. Congratulations on good set of numbers. My question is regarding that presentation which you have sent. For agrochemical division, it seems like our utilization and production has come down compared to the last Q2 FY22. Our revenue has gone up, but the margins have again gone down. I just want to understand this piece, like how these three things fit together. Despite our utilization and production coming down, our revenue has increased and margin is coming down. Is it like we had a lot of inventory beginning of this quarter, or can you just sort of explain like why the production and utilization has come down, the revenue is up, margins are down?
So Hemantji, in the case of agrochemical division, the utilization has gone down. So basically, it's the change of the product mix. As we have mentioned that we took some shutdown for the maintenance for our 2,4-D plant. So in this quarter, there was a little bit less utilization of the 2,4-D, which is relatively low value product and high volume product. So the utilization has come down, but we have tried to cover it up with some of the high value, low volume products. So you can see that the utilization has gone down, but overall revenue, because of the different product mix, it has gone up.
Okay, so you want to say like right now the new products which we are coming up, probably they had better margins and maybe better realization, so to say. So that's the reason we are able to sort of improve on the revenues, right?
So the new products, it's a starting phase. So normally it takes some to stabilize the product, quality and everything. So we are slowly, gradually stabilizing all these new products, and definitely these products will have a better margin. Yes.
Okay, sir. One more question. Our margin has gone down. What could be the major reason? Is it like imported raw material, or locally the raw material is sort of the prices have gone up, or maybe it's like across the board the raw material prices have gone up?
There are two factors, Hemantji. The sales price was under pressure as market was getting corrected. So the sales prices were coming down very fast. At the same time, the raw material prices were also coming down. Now, when this kind of the market situation is there, then for about 3-4 months, there is always some channel inventory of raw material, finished goods or work in progress material. So it takes about 3-4 months time to get it clear. So we hope to get it coming back to the normal margin in the agrochemical division in next couple of months. So it will improve further. And so, normally when the market is good, when the prices are going up, so you get the advantage very fast. Same time when the market is going down, you need to absorb that kind of cost. So we are passing through this phase right now.
I got it. Thank you, Ankit. One last question, just definitely the last question. Regarding the new products which we have, do we have any registrations for exports as of now? Are we sort of applying for registrations for exports for the new products which we have now?
Sure. So Hemanji, we started doing registration of this product well in advance before few years, before 2 years or so. So by the time we start our plant, we have few registrations on hand. So we have already started getting registration for some of this product into different markets. So in next 2 years time, we'll be getting many more registration for the same products. So slowly, gradually, our utilization will improve for the new products.
Okay. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you for answering all the questions. All the best to you and your team. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question comes from the line of Dipesh Sancheti from Manya Finance. Please go ahead.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, Dipesh.
Yeah. The first question was, what was the inventory loss in this quarter since the prices went down?
So inventory has gone up.
Inventory loss.
But
there is no inventory loss. What we are talking about is because you have inventory which is a high cost inventory which is getting consumed. So that is the impact which is coming up. Otherwise there is no loss on account of inventory.
No, as in since there was a high, the inventory which was there, the finished products or the goods which were in manufacturing, they were of a higher price, right? And then they were sold at a lower price. So I think because of that, what is the effect on this quarter's numbers?
No, in inventory there is no MTM loss because you always have gross margin which is a positive. So you have to value at cost or NRV which is lower. So NRV is not lower than the cost.
Okay. So
you have to compromise sometimes, a little bit on a margin just to keep our footprints alive in the market. But then there is no loss as such that we are referring, There is no loss on the finished goods inventory at all. I think there is some misunderstanding about this.
Fine. So just because since earlier there were some comments made on the inventory, that's the reason I asked. And so going ahead, what guidance do we look for the margins for agrochemicals as well as for pigments?
So Dipeshji, we have always been telling industry as an average for the agrochemical, it generates EBITDA margin of somewhere in the range of 16 to 18%. And our past record, we have always been above the industry average. And that is what our aspiration is. Particularly in the case of pigment also, on an average, the EBITDA margin ranges from 12 to 14%, where we have little bit down as far as the industry average is concerned, but it is the tough time the pigment industry is passing through. But with the new project coming in, titanium dioxide, we hope to improve it very fast.
Okay. So in this year, do we expect that in this financial year, do we expect that whatever margins we have received, we have been able to get in the first half, we'll be able to maintain it in the second half?
So first half for the agrochemical division, we have got the EBITDA of nearly, yes, we should be able to maintain it.
We should be able to maintain it. Okay. Okay. And what about titanium dioxide? I mean, titanium dioxide, when will we achieve full capacity and the kind of production which was planned?
So we hope to commission the first phase of titanium dioxide in the month of December. And as I mentioned,
that'll be how many MTPA?
16,500 tons capacity will be commissioned in the month of December. and the second phase of expansion of another 16,500 ton, making it total 33,000 ton, will be commissioned again in the third quarter of next financial year.
Third quarter of next financial year. Okay. Yes. And this 16,000 which we are planning in the next quarter, do we have enough orders for that? As in, we've already spoken to companies.
We have already started, discussion with the customers, marketing about the product, and everyone in the market is very excited that we are coming up with this product. But there will be certain approvals needed. Based on our titanium dioxide, the customers will be taking trial in their final product. So for maybe few months, this approval will take time. Once the approvals will be there, then there will be a rapid growth in terms of the capacity utilization.
Okay. So, but you must have already sent batches for the, for approval, right?
So far, the commercial production has not started. So without this, customers doesn't approve the lab samples. They always go for the commercial production samples.
Okay. And in this, since there are two types of titanium dioxide we'll be producing, which one will have a better margin?
The first is we are going to start with the anatase, and the second is going to be the rutile. We'll be starting with the rutile. Margin point of view, there is not much gap, but the main thing is the market size for the rutile is much bigger than the anatase. So ultimately, we will be targeting everything into rutile grade only, because the grade has got the major application compared to anatase grade.
You mean to say in the paints industry?
Yeah, so anatase also goes into the paint, rutile also goes into the paint, but the rutile grade based paint is much bigger than the anatase grade.
Okay, that's great. And in the next 5 years, how do we see this titanium dioxide project? Do we see it growing to maybe a lakh MTPA? As in, how is it?
As a company, we are very bullish on this product and project. And as you know, that the major application is into the paint segment, and we are already seeing the numbers of the Asian paint and the kind of the growth Indian paint industry is growing at. And the big companies like JSW, JK, Grasim, they are all entering into the paint segment. So it's going to be a fantastic growth story for the paint as well as titanium dioxide's point of view. So we are very bullish on it, and definitely we hope to expand in the coming years as well further.
Right. Just one last question. Meghmani Finechem recently bought a land for about 160 crores. Do we have enough land, or are we also looking at buying any land which is nearby? Any kind of investment are we looking for?
So as far as the pigment division is concerned, we have got the huge land bank available. At the same time, we have acquired the Kilburn Chemical, which was already having about 314,000 square meter land, which is a huge land parcel. So from the pigment point of view, we have already got the good amount of land parcel. From the agrochemical point of view, again, the kind of the expansion what we are doing now, the similar kind of the land similar kind of the capex we can do in the same campus. We have got land available in the same campus. So for the next 3-4 years, we may not need the land, but from the future, we keep on buying the industrial land from the future growth journey. So any good land available, definitely we'll be buying it.
Okay. And lastly, 2025, what is the sales target? Because our company has always given sales targets, and we've achieved it quite on time. So by 2025, what sales target are we looking at?
So
for Meghmani Organics?
We have already announced from the big investors' point of view that we target to achieve 4,500 crore top line by FY25.
Okay, I'm talking about for pigments and for agrochemicals. If you can.
I'm talking about the same. So pigment and agrochemical put together, as of last year, we were at 2,500 crore, and so we'll be adding 2,000 crore revenue in next 3 years' time by FY25.
Great. All the very best for that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. As there are no further questions, we have reached the end of question and answer session. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Ankit Patel for closing comments.
Thank you very much for participating in the earnings call of Meghmani Organics Limited. We wish you, on behalf of Meghmani Organics Limited, happy Diwali and a prosperous New Year to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On behalf of Meghmani Organics, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.